Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video here on Turbo. Wanted to do a full update on the current price action, which is pretty good, of course. Also, slightly to be expected. If you watched my video yesterday, which yes, I've covered Turbo twice in 2 days now, but I had to. I mean, we had some very definitive price action here, some very interesting and price action that I want to talk about. So we had to, but if you remember the video I made yesterday, a brief summary on that is that if you zoom all the way out, what you can see is that Turbo has moved back into this previous range right here between 0.34, so then that's 0.0034 to the bottom, and then to the top, it seems to be the main resistance at 0.73 cents. Where I just realized we also have a very old imbalance still, as you can see. But so we're in between those levels, and what we realized yesterday, or at least what I said in my analysis yesterday, is that the most important level within that range, that's the POC, right? That's the point of control. That's where most of the volume has been traded, and that's around 0.43, 0.42, and we were able to not only break above that with volume, but also consolidate on top of that. So if that's happening, and we're coming from the bottom of the range, and we're able to hold on top of the POC, it's technically most likely that we're going to at least visit the top of the range right here between 0.7 and let's say 0.78 cents here to the upside. Which, by the way, just to prepare you all, I don't expect that to break. Ultimately, historically, it's been a major resistance zone. We know from Turbo that it's also historically always going to stop somewhere and going to sell off quite aggressively. And I would say, given these market circumstances, given this structure here for Turbo, and some bearish divergences, which we cannot ignore, I would say getting above that, we would need much more strength. And I don't see a reason why we would gain that. But short term, I do still think we're going up there. My analysis since yesterday hasn't changed. It's still completely the same. We're just a little bit further into that analysis, because what I said is, we're consolidating right here. We might stay in that consolidation for a bit longer. But I do think eventually a bullish breakout is what to expect. And that's now what's happening. And I would say that even though we have some divergences, right? I mean, if you check out, for example, the volume right here, compare the volume between these two levels right here compared to the price. Price is obviously making higher highs. Volume is making lower highs. But one of the key reasons, outside of already expecting this earlier, that I do think this move will continue to rally up, is that we don't really have a major bearish divergence outside of the volume. And volume matters. It really does. But if the price is making higher highs, volume is making lower highs, open interest is making higher highs, and the RSI is making equal highs, then that's not enough of a divergence for me to say that this is a fake breakout. And therefore, I'd say it's most likely, we might retest some liquidity down here between 0.55 and 0.58 cents. But I do ultimately think we're going up to that next resistance level right here. And would I short that? It's going to be very difficult. I'll probably try it. But that's, I do think, the end station of this bullish momentum we've seen from Turbo. But those are my thoughts. I think that's essentially what you need to know. I mean, it's a very short video, so I'm thinking, did I miss something? Not necessarily. I mean, be aware that there's a little bit more tension in the general financial markets now. So S&P 500 has dropped down a bit. Gold is rallying. So there is some instability. Like if we have some sort of a major financial crash today, then Turbo will probably also drop down. Right. So be aware of that. But ultimately, I think the chances of that are not high enough for me to tell you that this is not most likely, because technically it is. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. So for now, thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.